Hey guys, just wanted to record a quick session tonight. I'm about to get my 7-star General Skywalker tomorrow, so I figured this is the last chance to get some footage. Over the past week or two, since I put that video guide out with the original 6-star Skywalker, I started tackling Padme and Relic 7 Skywalker teams in Arena, and it actually works super well, surprisingly. Now, full transparency, none of the Relic 7 Skywalker teams really have crazy high relics across the board. You're usually looking at like a relic 4 or 5 average for the supporting cast. But the General Skywalker matchup, you see here, exactly, relic 5. The General Skywalker matchup is you win because the AI is bad. So that's not really the matchup I'm going to worry about too much here. The real important matchup, and the one that can get finicky, is Padme. Now, we do have good Padme diversity with some real high relics on the shard. We have Grandmaster Yoda Ahsoka. We have, I think there was a Grandmaster Yoda 3PO. There is an Ahsoka 3PO. But point being, I have been able to, fought this team a bunch too. Not bad. That's pure Relic 7 across the board, not counting 3PO. And I don't think 3PO's gear matters that much either. So, people have said that they've won this matchup, but I kind of tried a different approach, and this is a little bit wasteful, so I'm not changing my mods or turn order or anything from the guide that I made. If you wanted, I think you could bump up General Skywalker's speed so that he'll tie everybody, just because he doesn't have to go last here. You actually see we're just going to waste everybody's initial turn here. But the truth is, for most of this matchup, you're not playing the game, really. We're just going to kind of throw a bunch of turns around here, not really do much. Rex makes a turn meter. I do try to make as many assists as possible here, and we're only going to focus GK. That's huge. So put the turn on 5s initially. We're going to call Arc, so that should cause a whole bunch of protection up. We're really just trying to cause buffs. Waste the basic, and then here. You can put this shred on anybody. Most of the time I'm lazy, I just put it on GK because I don't want to retarget, but I mean, we could just put this on Padme. So we just increased the cooldown on everybody except for Ahsoka. If this is C-3PO here instead of Ahsoka, then Ahsoka is the only one who really has her special right now. So yeah, I really still just keep focusing on GK here, just because anybody who assists otherwise, Echo, is going to be causing undispellable protection up. And down the road, ideally, we don't really want anybody to have that. We want everything to be able to be dispelled for Echo. So really just, again, we're just wasting time. Nothing interesting is happening here. As people start getting their specials, you can start thinking a little bit on if you want to try to control their courage some. I know I just said you can only hit GK, but just use your brain a little bit, look around a little bit, because we don't want to get completely courage bombed out here. The first, it's usually going to take a few minutes. This matchup takes a long time too. We have Echo Grenade here. We could spend this. Grandmaster Yoda being on the team will cause a lot of foresight, so Echo Grenade loses value there. But there's going to be a lot more protection up happening shortly here, so let's hang on to that for a little bit. If you can have General Skywalker keep standing until Padme does her kick at the very end, then that means that you're on pretty good pacing. A lot of damage spreading around. At this point, you'll notice we can put this up on 5s. It's not the end of the world if you do, but there's no real reason to do it. You're not gaining much. If you know Skywalker is about to stand up and 5s hasn't been sacrificed yet, you can do it just to stall for a little bit. But that's really what we're looking for or waiting for. 5 just died. There's all the foresight that we were talking about. Notice how Rex is also about to get his nuke up. That is relevant and important. Padme's about to go soon, so we can just basic her. At this point, we could throw this, but let's kill an extra turn if we can. We want Arc to dispel GK here. We could Echo's basics, even if they're not going to crit, start to really, really hurt a lot here on the assists. This might actually... Okay, it didn't. There's sometimes where doing that will cause Anakin to get mad if GK's health gets reduced down below half. So that can be a little bit unfortunate. You don't have to blow this immediately. Like, sometimes you might feel pressured since GK is taunting to just do that. Just cycle your turn meter. Rex has the turret for the assist, so he'll clear that out. Just keep wasting time on Kenobi. This will actually probably kill him. Usually, especially with these buffs, if this doesn't one-shot Skywalker down into nap time, then it's gonna at least chunk him down to here. Yep. Now we have Rex Snipe. This can be dodged, actually. Normally I use this on Anakin, but we can just use this on Padme here. It doesn't really matter. Discord notification popped. Sorry about that. Yes, tenacity, we're fine. And done. That's really all it is. So the reason why we waste all of our turns on Kenobi at the start is because we want to get all of those cooldowns increased and buy some extra time. We're wasting time until they generate enough buffs that we just have stupid amounts of offense and we just start one-shotting people. So I will wait for the timer to pass and then we'll show fighting Relic 7 Anakin. So let's go into the matchup against General Skywalker now. And the main thing that you'll really realize is General Skywalker does not know how to beat General Skywalker, usually. This can go a little bit sideways sometimes if they kill 5s instead of somebody else. But yeah, everyone gets dazed, everyone gets cooldown increased. It's all just a very messy start, you'll see. Rex is only going to have basic. It's not perfect. It's not ideal. First thing you need to know is whatever you do not taunt with 5s. If you do that, it's going to be a bad time. So they do what they're going to do. 5s gets his sacrifice off. We did get countered and reduced a couple times by Rex, but 5s didn't get reduced and everyone got 5 stats. So it's not actually that terrible yet. So we're kind of just biding our time, waiting for Rex to... It's actually a lucky couple of counterattacks, but we're about to get this anyway. Start aiming at 5s. We should have been aiming... When we did this, we should have aimed at 5s, just get that extra turret hit on him. But we're going to kill this team the correct way. Murder 5s. We're going to get through everybody, but let's try to get through Rex. Got him. General Skywalker is almost back up. See if we can get Arc. Ooh, close. Alright. Got on the last hit. Skywalker goes down, that's pretty normal, and now we have aerial advantage. Now, sometimes if Rex happens to get nuked here at the very end, it's going to get a little bit rough. I mean, these two do a bunch of damage as well, but there's a little bit of variation here, but it's not a matchup I've really struggled with, like maybe 1 or 2 losses. And that's that. So yeah, again, I just wanted to get this in. If you have a faster Rex, that'll be an even easier matchup. Just want to show that, you know, Gear 11 versus Relic 7, even with worse mods, or even with slower mods, let's say, it is a bit of a Relic discrepancy in my favor, but there are a bunch, as I showed before, different qualities. None quite as high Relic as me, but again, I think it's just, it boils down to being the AI's fault for being a bit bad at the matchup. But yeah, good luck and enjoy.